Okay, it's been a while since I recorded for YouTube, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Arena and probably for the next couple videos because I'm expecting to do a long stream of just only Arena today. I figure maybe an hour of Standard, an hour of Wild, and an hour of Masters. And if I'm feeling up for it, maybe an hour of Infinite, see how far we can get. Obviously, we'll start with Standard. So, without further ado, we will let that load. I've never been the best drafter. Oh, Ape of Mazer, welcome to the stream. Good morning. I've never been that good of a drafter, but I feel like maybe because I have a little bit more knowledge about the game, I can do better. So let me just reacquaint myself with how this works. If you press F, you can look at their spells. If you press Q, you can mulligan, and you can mulligan 5 times for every round. So you get 6 creatures, and so you get 30 mulligans total. Which is fair because there's so many monsters in the game, but well, let's see what these monsters do. After this creature attacks, it deals damage to a random enemy equal to 70% of the attack damage. That's just a solid skill. And if we get more hunters, it gets even stronger. At the start of battles, your creatures gain 50% more of each of their stat, not base. They don't gain stats automatically. After your creatures gain a buff, they gain an additional buff, but they only last for 1 turn. Let's get the hunter. That's good enough to keep. And yeah, draft mode, it's pretty fun. It's kind of difficult, but I think with practice we can get it. This creature and your creatures adjacent to it take 50% less damage. That's a very good defensive skill. I think we'll probably take... We could get the Lich for defense and just take death monsters from here on out, but it's really limiting. I don't want to limit ourselves that much. The creature spell gems. Let's take the Doom Guard. Ooh, and then we've got Scaling. The Mountain Priest, increasing our defense every turn. We could go for a defensive-oriented build with this. I like that. We haven't been using our mulligans, but I've been liking what we got. At the start of this creature's turn, it heals your other creatures, but equal to 15% of its maximum health. No, each monster... I'm responding to somebody in the chat. Each monster comes with a random assortment of spells. And you can see that by toggling the display. It's nice to know what spells they have, but I think a lot of the time you want to go for probably synergies between the traits. Traits tend to be stronger. There's some good spells out there, though. I like the priest as well. Okay. This is our 5th creature. We have 2 more. This one and the next. This is a good attacker. This spell main. I feel like this isn't the best role. We could take the spell main, but considering our team, I think we want to be maybe a little bit more tanky. Let's try that. After this creature casts a spell, your creatures gain 15% defense. If I remember right, I believe the charges on each spell do not carry over. So, if you cast a spell, then that spell has less charges for the next fight in the next round. I'm gonna mulligan. After this creature deals critical damage, adjacent allies gain attack and speed, but this creature also always has Savage. Okay, I think that's good enough. It's a way to scale our offense, and this is our 6th creature, our final creature. Do your creatures defend or provoke? They cast one of their spells at random. I like that. I do. Because if we are scaling per turn, then we can... If we're scaling per turn, then we can defend, keep up our survivability, but also be offensive at the same time. It could work. I'll try it. Okay. You read Smoglord 3 times? I didn't even see it. He was probably worded confusingly, like a lot of things in this game. Okay, so let me just make sure. We want our eye animation to attack. And so this guy has to stay alive. So I think we'll have our Doom Guard provoke. And I believe this hunter, we picked him first. He's also offensive, so we will not have him provoke, we will have him attack. And obviously we need to see what the enemies do. At the start of this creature's turn, it deals damage to an 80%. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. After this creature kills a creature. Well, I don't know if that creature's gonna provoke on his own. If that's like the, something that's in the AI, that the AI can do. Okay, I think we're gonna kill the Electropod. This is only the first round. Okay, and that one did provoke, which is kind of bad. We didn't... That hunter died in one turn. He doesn't have very much health. This does more damage because they have buffs. I guess we will do that. I did the Carnage or this thing. Pick the Carnage out. It casts on a random enemy, I suppose. Okay, you need to attack. I think you will provoke, because you have the most HP. That's a resurrection on the enemy. And we did get silence. Very nice. Provoke again. I don't like these resurrections. I'm not sure what's bringing them back. This is an easy fight, looks like. Sora 2 real, follow for follow. Yeah, I'll follow you, but just so you know, if you don't know, it's hard to follow somebody through the what's it called, how do you, like, the stream manager chat. So I'll have, if you follow me, I can follow you through my follow list, you know. And sorry, if you are... Oh, no! I went on autopilot and I lost. Sorry, that's completely my fault. It's just like a symptom of having to stream, of being live on Twitch. Sorry, if you're watching on YouTube, I apologize. We'll run it back pretty quickly, though. When I play this game, because I play Necromancer, I'm always holding down the auto button, so whenever I'm in battle, I just, you know, I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I basically just let it roll. So I do apologize for that. That won't happen again. Thank you for the follow, Sora. And look, my alerts are working. It took me a while to get those working. I hope you enjoy the game. I stream this every Sunday, and I put videos up on YouTube as well. When enemies defend or provoke, you know what I forgot to do in that fight is I forgot that we cast a spell every time we defend. That was the one thing that probably would have saved us. When enemies defend or provoke, this creature has a 50% chance to prevent that from happening. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Stop them from defending or provoking. So it's like a 50% chance to prevent them from using their turn properly. It's kind of interesting, but I think the Ent is just solid. Just a solid heal, but I think that'll take care of our healing. After this creature provokes, your creature gains Berserk and Savage. Oh, it's too bad that we got these separately, but if we had the Sphinx and the Sphinx Zealot, we could have made something happen, but unfortunately they showed up on the same roll. After this creature provokes, your creatures gain Berserk and Savage. Yeah, these are some of these monsters are like God Shop monsters, so you won't find them naturally. But some of them are pretty cool. After this creature's provoke, I mean, I like it. It'll increase our offense. Maybe a good way to go about it would be like 1 defense, 1 offense. This is good. Disciple of War. I used this on my own team for quite a while, actually. This is good. It prevents a lot of enemies from... I think I like both War Priest and the Wyvern Airslayer. I don't know who to choose, though. The Wyvern is more like preventative, and the Priest is more safety. But they're both defensive. I don't like the at start of turn. The War Priest does have a requirement for the ability to trigger. This is like anti-healing offense, kind of. I don't know how often we're gonna come up against healing, but I think we'll be okay without it. After your creatures cast a sorcery spell, 3 random enemies are afflicted with a random debuff. That's not bad. I feel like we can do better, though. This creature can't cast spells manually. What are your spells? Redirection. Target gains a moderate amount of defense and provokes. Small amount of damage. Does more if they have bomb. Caster gains 3 random buffs and 3 random debuffs. Not that good. If you had like Shell Bust or something, I think I'd be interested. Chaos spells cast 2 additional times. That's kind of good. But we would have to get more chaos creatures after this. Ooh, we gain Shelled and 30% attack. Shelled is a very good buff. It blocks an attack, just no matter what it is. So we could give a creature Shelled and like 90% attack because this creature casts chaos spells 2 additional times. I'm into it. Let's see how that works. Nothing like a little chaos on our team. I want to add a defensive creature this draft in this little round here. That's really interesting. I've never seen these Reaper creatures before. So if you attack your own creature and then kill it, it resurrects with more stats. That's really interesting. So the next offensive creature, we're looking for either a defensive creature or another chaos creature. And you wonder how many times the Reaper works? It probably works as many times as you can trigger it. The only thing is, in this game, stats have diminishing returns unless you have a certain creature. And Toro Kasi, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Thank you for the good luck. I think we might need it. At the start of each enemy's turn, this creature decreases their speed by 20%. That's good. It will lower their crit rate. I'm not sure that's exactly what we're looking for. No chaos creatures. So a defensive creature would be good. Enemies can only attack once at a time. I don't know. I use this in like natural progression. Like it's a very early monster that you can get. I don't know exactly how often it triggers. I don't know if it would trigger that often, but we have 3 more mulligans. Let's keep mulliganing. Keep re-rolling. I want a defensive creature. You get another chance to get the War Priest. You only have 2 mulligans left. I think War Priest might be good enough to take. So with our last roll... Ooh, we got 2 chaos creatures. The Ashlar Flesh Stomper is very good. As long as this creature hasn't gained or lost defense, it has 200% more defense. And you're a chaos creature. What are your spells? Devastating Throw. Target takes a massive amount of damage and has a 50% chance to be sent to the bottom of the timeline. 50% of the attack damage is based on attack. And then speed. Okay. Target spell gems are sealed for the rest of battle. And then planets. Enemies take a large amount of damage. He has very good spells. We're taking the Ironside Kraken. Okay, that should synergize really well with our other ability that causes chaos spells to attack 2 more times. Okay. Now let's reacquaint ourselves with our team. We have healing every turn. We gain... This creature has to provoke to give ourselves a buff. This guy cancels out enemy buffs. We cast chaos spells 3 times. for each spell cast. We remove debuffs, and we also have a very good spellcaster. I want to look at the Kraken spells and how many charges they have. But for now, we'll provoke with this creature. Should look at what the enemies do. Seals 35% of your other creature's health. I believe that's his own creatures. After an enemy attacks, that's a very, very bad monster. I mean, like a very troublesome monster. For each debuff we have, they have a 25% chance to crit me. Why is this so difficult? It's only the first round. Your creatures gain major healing. Hopefully we one-shot them then. Okay, I'm a little scared. I believe we want to take out this guy first. Yeah, let's take out the gargoyle or whatever that guy is. The carver, that's what they are. You are silenced. Attack. Okay, good amount of damage. I want to cast this. We can only cast it 6 times. But look at that. Ooh, that was really good. Sorry, that was pretty loud. I don't have a compressor. Ooh, that was good. Okay. I think we won this one pretty safely. We still got a good amount of HP on some of our units. Okay. Yeah, I did get a bit excited there. Sorry about that. Ooh, what happened there? That spell casts on my own creatures. Is it because he's confused? It is. Okay. Let me slow it down. Okay, I'm playing too fast. This is a lot different from, like, playing the main game. And this guy has a lot of HP. Let me do this. I think we need to. How many charges? It only has 2 charges. Oh, and because these spells are casting multiple times, it's using multiple charges. So we can only use planets one more time. So we might be screwed for the rest of the battle. Like, we have 5 rounds to get through. I don't think the spell charges recharge. You've got to be careful. Thankfully, we lost those debuffs thanks to our mountain priest. Or, our fire priest. I don't remember what the priest is called, but I don't know why this guy's not taking any damage. He has a lot of defense. If we get a chance, I want to increase our attack with you. We have 18 charges, so that's pretty good. Who's our attacker? The Wyvern sounds good. I'm sure you've got a lot of attack. I think we're, because of our healing, we can, definitely beat this guy. Yeah, no problem. I got a little scared when he wasn't taking damage. Yeah, we're good. Okay. We didn't have to slow it down that much, but I'm glad I was able to slow it down. This is, round 2. 2 of 5. Okay, now we're a little bit more familiar with our team. Let's see. We can only attack once. So they will... For each creature of the same class. Nature, life, nature, 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 life. Each creature of the same class, so that's 4 creatures of the same class? Is that, am I reading that right? Or is that 4 and then 2 or something like that? But either way, they're healing for a lot at the start of each turn, so I think we need to take this guy out first if we can. We might take some time to scale up. Emblers take less damage. Not interested in that timeline one unless they have spells that do something like that. Start of this creature's turn, it grants your other creatures a barrier that absorbs damage. Okay, I think we kill the Priest of Radiance then, because it's going to make it even worse. So with this creature we provoke, gain those buffs. What spells do you have? You have chaos spells. I wish I knew what spells the enemy had. Do I? We do. Okay. If anybody in the chat knows what these spells do, if they see a spell that can destroy us, I think that would help, but I'm not familiar with all the spells in the game. My build is not a spellcasting build, and I don't recognize really any of these spells. Target takes a moderate amount of damage, and then for each debuff, target attacks a random enemy for 200% normal damage. I think if we're not scaled up yet, I think that's a strong move. You have more intelligence than attack, so you are a spellcaster. Target attacks a random enemy. Okay, so I could buff my own creature, and then cast that spell on my own creature, and then properly one-shot a creature that way. But for now, before we buff, we will do this. Which of our creatures has the most attack? I want to know. 5, 8, 4, 3, 5. So, probably our mountain priest, because this guy has no HP and he's not going to survive very long. I don't trust him to, at least. I don't want to stat him up just for him to die. We can't rely on planets again, so just attack. And you cast Molten Armor on the mountain priest, on the war priest, that's what you are. And you attack. You attack now. Do you have a resurrection? No. Hello, I'm Dice. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is Arena. We're playing only Arena today. Just attack. You have good attack now. And you one-shot him, basically. Okay, that's good. And the Sphinx is the next to go. Okay, we might have been overthinking it, just because I'm trying to be careful. Can we cast Molten Armor again? We only have like 4 more. All creatures gain a random buff and a random debuff. We have 3 creatures. They have 3 creatures. I think you. Oh, we have 4 creatures. I think just in case we'll make him provoke. And, yeah, I think we should be okay. Let's just, attack. Okay, that was not bad at all. But I'm glad we're playing it properly, you know? We're not making mistakes. If you're watching the stream, I just want to say welcome. I stream every Sunday. I am in school, so I don't have time to stream all that often, but when I do, I try to put my effort into it. Okay. At the start of battle, this creature seals one spell gem. That's bad, but at least it's not always active, you know? I mean, like, constantly hurting us. After this creature attacks, it reduces the... Okay, that'll stop our healing. That's kind of bad. They have a lot of different spells. After your creatures are damaged by an enemy, they have a 50% chance to gain invisibility. That's bad because our spell gems are also sealed. Okay, I think we want to get rid of the shade. So provoke. I'm not gonna bother looking at their spells. If we run into a bad situation, we have a get out of jail free card with planets. For now, I'm not worried. Better healing, transcendence. Target gains a random trait that belongs to a creature from its race. That would be good on the War Priest. He gained Fire Priest, so I believe that means he's also gaining... giving ourselves attack. Yeah, at the start of this creature's turn, it increases our unit's attack by 15%. And give you this as well. An attack buff. Use this. Okay. Attack. Attack. We lost our berserking, and we don't have our berserker creature anymore. We got the shade. That was really the only one I was worried about. Unless these guys like one-shot us with a spellcast or something. Wait, this is a desert beast. What do you do? Ah, they gain a random spell gem. That could be devastating in the wrong hands, so let's see how this works. If we can kill it. We still have the ability to cast, it doesn't look like it's a problem. We're doing good damage. Okay, this has been round 3. We're moving on to round 4 right after this, okay? We are 5 rounds total in Arena. They've got a Carnage, they've got a Reaper, and an F. At least we killed one of their units, or maybe they killed themselves and us mutually. After this creature attacks a creature with less than 35% health, and your creatures recover 200% health if they kill something. These are bad. I'm a little scared. They've swapped health with defense. A little scary. Your creatures manually cast a spell. This creature casts magic missile. I think if we were going to use planets, it would be now. Yeah, the Pumpkin. We had a bad encounter with the Pumpkin before. In the main game. So this creature attacks, increases the target's attack by 10%. I don't know, I'm feeling like this is a planets situation. Just because they have so much offense. And look, our units are dying so fast. That didn't do any damage. Give me planets, and I hope this does a lot of damage. Not nearly as much as I wanted it to. Oof. Okay. Is Transcendence really good? This would like Transcendence on our Ent save us? like, I'm not familiar with all the ants' abilities, but I know they, like, increase healing and stuff like that. But I think, like, the ant that gives mending, it's like it's either they always have mending or they start battle with mending. And if it's start battle, then it doesn't help us. Should I gamble? Because it's a gamble either way. It really is. We still have Berserk, so let's at least get one of these enemies off the table. It didn't do any damage. They have too much defense. You need Chain Lightning? Okay, that's what we needed. The Chain Lightning from the ends. Not what I was expecting. You could transcend the Kraken and gamble for plus attack. That's interesting. I wonder why the Chain Lightning did so much damage when planets didn't. Maybe it was yeah, I'm not sure. Is there like a race bonus associated with the spell, maybe? Like in Pokemon, maybe? Because I'm not familiar with that as much. So this should be the last round. Okay. Whew. Let me just take a breather. Let me take a sip of water. Okay. What do you do? Immune to some debuffs. There is attacks or gains of random minions. And then, so they're going to be gaining minions, and that's not exactly ideal. At the start of this creature's turn, you're the one that we don't like, the Priest of Radiance. Effects that activate when creatures provoke are ignored, so we're not going to have Berserk or Savage this turn. So instead, we're going to have you defend, because you have our most attack. 860. And we can increase that unit's attack. Any spellcasters that might be troublesome? I'm not sure. Let us use this. How many times can we cast this? Plenty of times, okay. That's a kill, that's 2 kills. Looking good so far. We have 2 charges on planets, let's use them. Cast Molten Armor on that guy. I should know what he is. He's a fiend. Give me Transcendence. I don't think we're gonna have any problems here. I just kinda wanna seal the deal, you know? I think we're good. I think we won. Because that should be round 5 if I'm right. Mo is victorious and has defeated all 5 opponents in a row. Congratulations, Mo. Not bad for early in the morning. Impressive, not many people can survive such an onslaught. Very nice. As you can see, we've not actually played that much Arena. Thank you for the GG. This is Gehrman from Bloodborne. That was pretty good. I think we will run it back. Just right after this. I'm just gonna take some water right now. What's in the shop? What are the rewards for Arena? Every time you gain a rank in Arena, you unlock more stuff in the shop. And you also get glory, which allows you to spend, to buy stuff in the shop. I think this is what we just unlocked. This creature. Looks like the red seals are in this shop, so I'm not sure what the red seals do, or what they're good for. But they look like as you cast arsenal spells, that's what they synergize with. Okay, we're gonna run that back. We've still got enough time for maybe 1 or 2 more runs, and then we'll take a break and then move on to the wild arena after the break. Okay, so standard arena. You want to play more now? Yeah, you gotta unlock the arena and try your luck. I do have maybe like 20 cards or something, so our stats are increased by probably like maybe 2% total. It's not very much of a stat gain bonus, and since our stats start out so low, it's probably only like 5 to 10 extra stats for each creature. But I think any bit of help that you can get in the arena is important. So I think we're going to follow the same methodology. We want 1 defensive creature for every offensive creature, so we have a good balance. So if we take the Lich, we have more defense, but we would be locked into taking death creatures for the rest of this draft. But let me make sure I'm understanding this right. They have 7% more defense for each spell, each death spell, each of your creatures has equipped. So if all of our creatures have death spells, the way I understand it is that all of our creatures gain extra defense for all of those creatures. That's how I understand that, because it says each of your creatures have equipped. Toro, you agree with me? It's kind of interesting, don't you think? Do you think there are like it's a little difficult to get all death creatures? Especially ones that actually have like impact. What else do we have available here? The Unicorn, Holy Caster. We'll at least have like 21% more defense if we have 1 creature. It's just better for each death creature we have. So if there's something else that we want, we can take it. But if there's the death creature, we can also take it. It doesn't limit us as much as maybe it might. Ooh. They share a copy of their spell gems, but the Lich, it's only non-ethereal spell gems. This creature attacks and deals damage to a random enemy. We took this before. He just doesn't have the stats to survive. He has like 700 HP, so the Hunter Director is not good, in my opinion. Oh, I should have read that. It said if you only have 1 Imler. I just ignored it because it was an Imler and they usually synergize with each other. At the start of battle, the races of the last 3 creatures. It's interesting if we get something that synergizes with racers, but it's not good by itself. That's the problem. Based on their attack rather than their speed, I'm not entirely sure about that because we can't see our unit's stats. The Hemlock Ends was very good for us last time. There's some death creatures here though. Skeleton Gunslinger. That's a good... It's like a good... Just like a solid ability. With the, it's got a little gambling aspect to it, but I think it'll be good. I think we'll take it because it's a death creature. Okay. third creature. After your creatures are healed, they gain 25% defense. This would have been good with the ant. We didn't know it was coming, so we can't blame ourselves. Nothing good there. This creature intercepts attacks on its allies. It's good if he can cast Protect on himself. He also has Transcendence. We kind of had fun with that last round. Okay. After this creature is attacked, it gains attack and recovers health. After you're attacked, really. And if we have extra defense from the death creatures, you'll be able to survive a lot of attacks. So as long as you don't get one shot, we should be good. And you're a Minotaur, you've got to have good stats, right? We'll take that. It's our fourth creature. They're afflicted with stone. So stone means that they can't dodge. It's not that interesting. In my opinion, after your creatures are attacked, this creature attacks the enemy. I like that. That synergizes with our other unit that we just took. That's some damage. Start of this creature's turn, it gains 10% defense. Plus, that's not bad. I don't think it's what we're looking for, though. Gains maximum health equal to 100% of its defense. So, unfortunately, we can't go back and look at the wording on the other traits that we have. I don't remember if the Lich was start of battle, but this is start of battle as well, so there's a high chance that this would trigger before the death ability would. That gains us stats. So let's look for another death creature. We got a Reaper. After this creature attacks a creature with less health, it afflicts enemies with a random debuff. What are your spells? Target's health is set to 50%. It's not bad. The other spells aren't so good, but it is a death creature. I kind of like it. That would be our third death creature. I believe, yeah. I think we'll take the Reaper. Just extra defense for other units. Okay, Mulligan, I'm looking for another death creature, honestly. After you kill a creature, you deal damage to all the enemies. Like, I already forgot what our other units did. I wish I could look at them. Like, they, after they're attacked, they attack, but they also, and the other one gains attack, right? Yeah. So we want them to have extra defense. I don't know if we can afford to skip a death creature at this point, because there's so many creatures in the game, it's hard to get. Like, we were looking for chaos creatures the other time, and we barely got one. I think Carnage Tormentor is good enough, and let's send it. We've got some solid units. These guys with the swords and shields are our main units, basically. And look at that, 11,000 defense. You don't have so much. Yeah, our other units don't have so much, but these guys, their defense it's like 3 to 4 times the amount of the other stats that they have. Okay, I think that's pretty solid. So you are supposed to attack. The gunslinger should attack. Let's see what the enemies do. You can lose on the first round. It's not impossible, so you have to be careful. Ah, because our stats were debuffed by this guy. They have Shell Bust that casts additional times? I'm scared. Shell Bust is a very strong spell, just to start with, and it casts twice. So we shouldn't defend our Provoke, or else that guy's gonna ruin our day. Okay, nothing that needs to be targeted. So we should attack... it's hard to say who we should attack. Let's just get the Imp. Okay, after... And let's reacquaint ourselves with our team. We have more defense for each spell gem. 50% chance to attack again. After your attack, you gain stats. After your attack, you attack. You want to attack somebody with low health, and you also want to attack somebody with low health. Okay, it's a lot simpler this time, honestly. If you're the same race as the caster, so race is Lich and class is Death for this creature. Are there any Death creatures in the enemy team? That one. The top left and the top right. That's not a devastating amount of damage, but maybe it is for an even fight. We're all frozen, and is that weak? I think it is. Enemies spread one of their debuffs to all of their enemies. Target takes a large amount of damage. Blood Shield, interesting. Reaper is cool too. There are some cool monsters. Let's just try to kill... No, I think because we're weak, we're taking a lot of this damage. I don't know if this team is working out like I'd like it to. We've still got our 2 tanks though. Protect. Give me protect. Ooh, jeez. Yeah, this is bad. But I bet this guy has a lot of attack. He didn't survive though. That's brutal, man. That was the first round. We went from winning easily to losing on the first round. What time is it? 9:48. We have time for one more run, and then I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna do Wild Arena. We can do Wild or Masters, but we're gonna do both of them. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what killed us there. I think it was the Shell Bust. I wasn't paying attention to the action tracker. But Shell Bust is Shell Bust is a spell, I believe it ignores defense. And then, so in addition to ignoring defense, it was also casting an additional time. Do I have those arenas unlocked? I thought you unlocked them all from the beginning. I mean, why would they be, I don't know. Maybe they're not unlocked. But if they're not, this is an arena stream. We can just do whatever we want, basically, as long as it's arena. Okay, I like this. A 35% chance to interrupt enemy attacks. After this creature attacks, it heals. I like the healing ability, I just don't like that it has a requirement to trigger. Ooh, the Evernight Shade is also good. I think these guys are like on the same level of goodness. But the Shade is a little bit better because it doesn't require them to just attack. It's triggered just by damage, so we'll take the Shade. I didn't see what class the Shade was, actually, my bad. That might be... hopefully that's not relevant. This creature can't cast spells manually. What are your spells? Chaos Channeling targeted. Devastating Throw targeted. So you would cast... Oh, I pressed Q instead of F. My bad. That's okay. We still got 4 mulligans, even if we get... That's okay. Sorry about that. After this creature attacks, it seals one of the target's spell gems and gives a copy of it to your creatures. It's interesting. I don't believe you are equipped with an artifact, so that's not useful. I don't feel comfortable going for like an Imler or a Diabolic Horde synergy because looking for a specific unit is kind of asking for a lot. This is also kind of like the Unicorn. But it's bad because if we need to do damage, then we might not do damage. But if we need to heal, we might not heal. It's not reliable. After this creature dies, it casts Corpse Explosion. I know that I've seen like there was a speedrunner who ran this game and they used Corpse Explosion. Witch Doctor, welcome to the stream. Good morning. We're just running one more arena run and then we're gonna take a break and come back to the arena. But what I was saying is, Corpse Explosion was an ability that the animator used, and it was very effective. It does require us to kill an enemy, though. But if we're gonna be killing enemies anyway. I mean, maybe. I kind of like it. We just have to find something that kills an enemy. Which might be harder said than done. Or easier said than done. That's not good. I don't like it. This trait does not stack. We already have one of these. And it is a death creature. At the end of each enemy's turn, this guy has a chance to cast a random spell. I mean, it sounds nice, but a random spell could be like evolution. Oh, all your creatures have changed race. You know, it doesn't have to be a spell that does damage or something, you know? Watcher Sentinel looks like Mike Wazowski's final form. That's funny. I think that is like a common creature, at least in Final Fantasy, though. After this creature is attacked, it afflicts enemies with poison. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't want like damage over time. I want like a one-shot ability. You know? Does that something like that exist, or are we gonna have to settle? We've got 4 more mulligans, so I'm gonna re-roll it. If this creature does not take damage from attacks or spells, it recovers. It's too much of a requirement, honestly. We can't control if it takes damage or not. So we can heal ourselves by attacking ourselves. That's interesting. But if we're gonna do that, we might as well just take the unicorn. I think like this is the second time this unicorn showed up, I think. We've only got 3 mulligans left. It's getting kind of close. I think I'm gonna reroll. Your creature's traits, spells, and other effects that are affected by it. Okay, that's interesting. So we could take some race-based traits. But the Spellmate. The start of battle, this creature gains Firestorm. I'm interested for this, honestly. I'll take the Firestorm spellcaster. Ooh, this is what we were looking for. The Iris Sin always has Berserk and Savage and deals 30% more damage. As long as you take a turn, you might get a chance to kill something. Elder Ant looks like a distinguished gentleman. Very true. Okay, this is our 5th creature. After this creature dodges, and it also has a 50% chance to dodge attacks. That's both offensive and defensive at the same time. I think we'll take it. Enemies always have equal attack and intelligence, whichever is lower. Isn't that interesting? Enemies deal less damage. Basically, is what that means. I think it's worth taking. Let's send it. I like the look of our team. The Raven set our HP to 80%. That's what that does. So if we're attacked, if we're damaged, we gain invisible. After an enemy dies, cast Corpse Explosion. Start with Firestorm, deal more damage, dodge attacks, and lower enemy stats. No ducks on my team? I'm sorry to say I don't know if there's any ducks. I think like this, the Sin, is probably the closest thing to a duck. There might be a skin though. Okay. Oh, you start with Shell Bust. Okay. So who has the most... Who has like... Let me read Shell Bust. Target loses a moderate amount of defense and deals damage based 150% of that defense lost. 492, 400, 600, 400. Okay, you. The Centaur Warrior. Didn't do much damage, but it did remove defense. Now I'm wishing we had a way to heal, honestly. Caster kills its allies. I don't want to kill my own units. I can see it being useful somehow, but I don't think in this situation. We'll just debuff the enemies. Okay, you have Firestorm. And you are the attacker. Let's attack you. You have lower defense. Our units now have invisibility. That's nice. Minor healing. Who wants to be healed? I think you need to be healed. Don't want to waste all our spell casts. But Firestorm will come back. Ah, Toro, you are right. There is an artifact that replaces monster sounds with ducks. Oh, look at that corpse explosion. That did so much damage. We just had to kill one enemy. Look at that. Corpse explosion is really good, actually. That was round 1. Okay, what do they have? After this creature provokes, deals damage equal to 50% of your missing health. That's dangerous. But it dies after it does that. Some of our units are sleeping. I'm not familiar with that debuff. You didn't summon any minions. That's funny. After an ally attacks, this gains more speed, so you could do a lot of crit damage if they give you the chance. Okay, you're dangerous as well. This guy's decreasing our speed. I don't like that. You're silenced. We killed the bat right away. I think because our leper was silenced, it wasn't able to cast its spell. Our corpse explosion. We're all silenced. Okay. Not a bad round, though. Looks like we did alright. Oh, kill the Reaper, yeah. Okay, that was an easy round, thankfully. You can fuse monsters, but it doesn't actually change their sprite. It changes the coloration of the sprite. Okay, they have a Pumpkin, which means they have a lot of defense, but we have Shell Bus. Okay, that guy's not an issue. Did the creatures provoke? They are killed. After this creature defends, it takes damage and gives buffs out. I don't see anything that interesting that's gonna bother us. Let's Shell Bust. You did a good amount of damage, removed a lot of your defense. Cast Firestorm. I almost said Feuerstorm. I want you to heal. And we have something. Target's debuffs are removed. They already have burning. That's okay. How about get weak and vulnerable? I thought that did it to all the enemies, but it's okay. Shell Bust to kill you, if you could. Okay, that's a kill, but also a corpse explosion. Another corpse explosion. And that's a kill. That's a win. I believe that was round 2. It probably tells you. I'll look next time, but I think that was round 2. You're all silenced or scorned. Buffs and debuffs last for 1 turn. I don't like you. Chance to interrupt our spellcast. Creatures recover more health. Okay, I think just this this brownie needs to go. Your silence, your attack, your scorn, so you cast. Use Worm Rot. Your silence, so you attack. You're silenced, actually, surprisingly. I thought you were an attacker. You're scorned, so you spell. You let's remove silenced off this guy. Okay. Firestorm didn't do anything? I don't know what caused that. Oh, you had Rebirth. My bad. Could have waited for that to wear off. I believe we're out of charges on Corpse Explosion. It's the bad part. Our spellcast is being interrupted. That's why. I forgot that they had that trait. But let me look. Maybe, oh, we don't actually have the spell gem for Corpse Explosion, so I guess we're allowed to cast it, indefinitely. They do keep reviving. Spellcasts just aren't really working in this spell very well, in this fight very well. We have to kill this thing. There we go. Well, if you would stay dead. I think that guy in the top right has a resurrection spell. That's why they keep coming back. Maybe both of those creatures do. That's okay. We killed them pretty easily, actually. Okay, this is the 5th and final round. I lost track of the round so quickly. This is the final round, and if we win, we win. They have Alcazar. After your creatures provoke, they gain defense and recover health. You can cast without using charges. If we're poisoned, we take more damage. They're all the same class. They're all dead. Additional intelligence equal to 5% of current health, so you are probably the most dangerous. If your creatures are afflicted with a debuff, I don't know what Living Helmet does. What are your spells, by the way? Camouflage, Dogpile, and Maelstrom. Maelstrom sounds dangerous. I think we'll kill that guy first. How much defense do you have? 492, not that much. I think we could at least shell bust Alcazar so he doesn't live forever. And I'd like you to die. Cast Firestorm. And that's a kill. A little bit of a Corpse Explosion as well. That's a kill. We're not doing too badly here. And we win. That Corpse Explosion ability, it was way better than I could have ever expected. Okay, so it's 10:09. I've been live for over an hour, so I am going to take a 5 to 6 minute break. And when we come back, we're going to do either Wild Arena or Masters Arena. If you have any input, just let me know. Probably do... I want to see Masters Arena, but we'll see. So I'm going to put up the overlay, and then I will be back. I'm going to leave it on the screen, and then I will be back soon, okay? Be right back.